Hey everybody, this is DJ Gerry. I hope you guys are doing pretty good today. Today's topic is actually one of my favorite bands, and as a kid, they were probably the first pop or rock band that I got into. Because they used to have that TV show, Hey Hey with the Monkees. That's right, they were able to combine comedy and catchy tunes in a way that I didn't think very many bands were able to do. And they were very, very entertaining. But unfortunately, around 1970, you can see they started dwindling down here. Peter Tork was the first one to leave the band. And I believe this album, it's called The Monkees Present. It was Michael Nesmith's last time that he was on a Monkees album, and for the original incarnation of the group. He was one of the original members. He left around 1970. The Monkees went on with Mickey Dolenz and Davy Jones. They did one more album called Changes, and then they got lackluster reviews and audience reaction, and they decided to call it quits. Okay, well, let's spring forward to the year 1996 when Monkees fans were getting very, very excited because of this album here. It's called Just Us. And that's when all four of the original members of the Monkees reunited and recorded an album. And there was all sorts of buzz about this because for the first time in 26 years, you had all four Monkees recording a complete album together. And they even did a TV show, and there was a lot of talk about a tour. And I don't know if you know this, they actually went on tour, the original members of the band. This is super, super rare, people. I've only seen this video one time. I believe it's for sale on eBay. If you look for it, it's called Hey Hey, We Are Back. And it's a double DVD, and it has the two concerts that all four members of the Monkees performed. And it was a tour that was supporting that Justice album. And they played in Hollywood at the Billboard Live, and they also played in Manchester, England. These were real small clubs. They were just sort of testing out the waters, see how it would feel to go back on tour as the original band, all four original members. And something went very wrong. And I started to try to figure out why they were only able to do two concerts together with all four original members, and all of a sudden, Mike Nesmith, this gentleman right over here, you remember Mike Nesmith? Well, his mother invented liquid paper, and she basically sold it and for $50 million, and Mike Nesmith became an heir to that. And there was a lot of talk that, Mike was snobbish. He didn't want to join the reunions and things like that. He didn't really need it. He was an author and he was a producer of music and movies, and he was a big shot. He didn't really need the Monkees. But in 1996, again, he joined up with them. They recorded the album. Then in 97, he mysteriously left the band all over again. I searched and searched, tried to figure out, what happened? Why did Michael Nesmith leave the band again? And to make it even more interesting, Davy Jones, he unfortunately passed. He had a sudden heart attack in 2012. I believe it was around February of 2012. And miraculously, Mike Nesmith joined the band again in 2012 after Davy Jones had passed away. And Mike said some really nice things about Davy when he passed away, when they interviewed him. Beautiful sentiments. So it was really a mystery of, why did Michael Nesmith leave in 1997 when they could have had this promising career together, and then only to return after Davy Jones passed away. And I really searched for answers in books and on the internet. I couldn't really find anything. So you got a DJ Gerry exclusive here. I know somebody who actually is friends with the Nesmith family, and they shared this little nugget with me. They said, you don't want to know the real reason why Michael Nesmith left the tour in 1997? Well, it was because, and I'm going to show you some video footage from this particular concert. Davy Jones put on like a really silly Elvis costume, and he had a boa around his neck, and he was cavorting around the stage, and he wasn't even singing an Elvis song. He was singing, I believe the song was called Valerie. It really had nothing to do with Elvis. And he wasn't even trying to sound like Elvis. He was just dancing around. And you could just see Michael Nesmith, you know, he was looking down, and he was visually really disturbed by it. And at the end of the show, he just said, you know what, I'm done, guys. This is not me. I don't do all the schmaltz with the, you know, Elvis impersonations and all that. I thought it was pretty cool, but, you know, it wasn't his thing. He's a serious guy. And I think one other thing that I heard that he was really perturbed with Davy Jones about, other than his Elvis impersonations, but he was upset because Davy Jones, you know, at that time, it was in his late 50s, or was dating young women, I believe in their 20s. One girl looked a little like Marsha Brady. Marsha from the Brady Bunch. Remember that episode with Davy Jones in it? And they kind of brought it back for those movies that they made later on in the 90s. Anyway, he was dating a girl who looked like Marsha Brady or so. Whatever it was, he just couldn't deal with it. And Michael Nesmith left the band. All right, well, that's, you know, that's the sources. That's the inside scoop. But if you don't agree, or maybe you have another reason why you think Michael Nesmith decided to leave the band twice and didn't return until Davy Jones's death, maybe you could share it with me in the comment sections, okay? And we'd really like to know what you think about this, because this is inside information if you're a Monkees fan. All right, well, this is DJ Gerry. I'm going to leave you with a little bit of a clip from the song Valerie that the Monkees performed together in 1997 in Manchester, England. And you be the judge, all right? All right, well, this is DJ Gerry saying, hey, hey, they're the Monkees. Their music's gonna go on forever, and we love listening to their music, and I'd love to hear what you have to say about this. So keep on rocking, everybody. Bye now.